Hello, it's Nemesis Nick here. I'm a keen fan of the Eurovision Song Contest. It's time to talk Eurovision, Finland's national final for the Eurovision Song Contest 2024, Uuden Musiikin Kilpailu, otherwise known as UMK, took place at the Nokia Arena in Tampere yesterday evening, Saturday 10th of February 2024. Yesterday afternoon I made a preview video for UMK 2024 final. If you haven't seen it yet, the link is included in the description. I watched UMK 2024 final live online from the United Kingdom yesterday evening. 7 artists took part, and here are my points of view based on last night's live performances. By the way, I can't speak Finnish, so please excuse me if I mispronounce any Finnish artist names or song titles. Song 1, Sini Sabotage, Cuore Moi. She had a grand piano on stage last night but didn't play it. Being a lively song, it's hardly surprising she was accompanied by 4 dancers. As I said yesterday, the English translation of the lyrics includes undress me, grab me by the hips, peel me like an onion. It's hardly surprising that, near the end, her dress was removed to reveal the outfit she was wearing underneath. At least she had another outfit underneath, but still it was doing as she requested, peel off a layer of clothing. A catchy, memorable song to start last night's lineup, but I'm concerned people who are familiar with a translation of the chorus lyrics would have seen undress me and peel me like an onion in a bad light. As I said yesterday, there are various reasons why. I suppose there are various reasons why somebody would ask to be undressed, but I think the most obvious one that it implies, you can probably guess what it is. I'll leave it to you to guess. Anyway, this finished 4th with 38 points in the jury vote, last with just 27 points in the public vote, and last with 65 points overall. Song 2, Cyan Kicks, Dancing with Demons. When I saw the preview video yesterday, I considered this to be a power ballad, but going by last night's live performance, I get the impression this is a form of rock. Anyway, it's got a very powerful chorus. It's hardly surprising, therefore, that there was strobe lighting in the performance, just like in the preview video. They also had what looked like smoke effects. Altogether a very lively song and well performed last night. This finished 2nd with 48 points in the jury vote, 4th with 80 points in the public vote, and 4th with 128 points overall. Song 3, Jessie Markin, Glow. In the verses, Jessie Markin seemed to be half singing, half rapping, which sounded odd to me. The chorus was sung very rapidly. He was accompanied by 3 dancers last night. Staging was simple, or perhaps should I say non-existent. An empty stage. That said, sometimes less is more with staging. During the live performance last night, the constant changing the colour of the lighting did an effective job at staging this song. This finished 5th with 34 points in the jury vote, 5th with 76 points in the public vote, and 5th with 110 points overall. Song 4, Mikael Gabriel and Nublu, Vox Populi. The title means voice of the people in English. I'm mystified as to the significance of the magenta and cyan circles on the background screen at the start, which gradually became multiple smaller circles of those colours. Later there were stripes of those colours on the background screen. A lively, catchy disco pop song. This finished 3rd with 42 points in the jury vote, third with 136 points in the public vote and third with 178 points overall. At least that was a sign of consistent placing between the international juries, the Finnish public and overall. Song 5, Sara Sipilä, Paskana. By the time Sara took to the stage, this was still a favourite to win last night. Sara has a beautiful voice and and can sing well live. She performed on a predominantly dark stage last night near a suspended illuminated bulb and accompanied by smoke effects. That subtle sort of lighting, that style of subtle lighting was what I felt this song called for. I question the need for the occasional bursts of what looked like strobe lighting in the latter parts of this style of song. One issue I'm concerned about is what the title Paskana is said to mean in English. If that's the case, surely that would have had to have been changed for Eurovision had this one out right. This was the runaway winner with 70 points in the jury vote, which is hardly surprising as, going by its content, one could say it's a jury-friendly song. Amazingly, it also finished an impressive second place with 203 points in the public vote, which was enough to put this song second with 273 points overall. Song 6, Sex Main, Mania, a song featuring considerable use of rap. This was performed on a largely dark stage with a lighted stage level emitting beams in multiple directions. In addition, there were bursts of strobe lighting in some of the latter stages, which was to be expected in a song of this style. This finished with 34 points in the jury vote, just like Jesse Markin. It's unclear whether or not tiebreaker rule was applied to jury voting, but anyway, Jesse Markin and Sex Main both received points from 6 of the international juries. However, Sex Main's highest individual jury score was 10 points, whereas Jesse Markin received 12 points from the Swedish jury, so if tiebreaker rule was applied, Jesse Markin would presumably be 5th and Sex Main would be 6th in the jury vote. It's obvious that Sex Main finished a distinct 6th with 74 points in the public vote and 6th with 108 points overall. Song 7, Windows 95 Man, No Rules. The last song of the night, it's a lively, high-tempo song. I liked the way they had a giant egg at the start, which opened to reveal a singer dressed in a Microsoft Windows 95 cap and t-shirt, and the lead singer dressed in as what presumably was intended to be a bird. I think the singer who wore the Windows 95 t-shirt should have sung more strongly in the opening lines, but he was okay in the choruses. The lead singer, the one, by that I mean the one dressed as a bird, sang well enough throughout. This finished last with just 28 points in the jury vote and was therefore the first song to receive its public vote score. Amazingly, this scored a whopping 285 points in the public. Obviously, this shot straight to the top of the scoreboard, and being as such a lot of points had already gone, I wondered if Windows 95 Man had won the public vote. By the time all the remaining public vote scores were revealed, it was confirmed that Windows 95 Man had indeed won the public vote and won overall with a combined total of 313 points, because those are my points of view on the songs, and here is my ranking in My Eurovision Scoreboard based solely on last night's live performances. 7th, Jesse Markin. 6th, Sex Main. 5th, Cine Sabotage. 4th, Mikael, Gabriel and Nublu. 3rd, Windows 95 Man. 2nd, Cyan Kicks. And top of my ranking is Sara Sipilä. I thought Sarah Siepela had the best song and sang best last night. Nonetheless, congratulations to Windows 95 Man for bringing such a fun and catchy song to a table. That means Windows 95 Man will now represent Finland with the song No Rules at the Eurovision Song Contest in Malmö in May. There is one important issue to bear in mind. What name will Windows 95 Man, whose real name is Teemu Keister, perform under at Eurovision? Presumably, the EBU will require him to change his stage name if Windows 95 Man is referring to the operating system Microsoft Windows 95. Likewise, he almost certainly won't be allowed to wear a Microsoft Windows 95 cap or t-shirt at Eurovision, as that will be seen as promoting a commercial product, which I don't think he is allowed at Eurovision. Anyway, whatever name Teemu Keister and Henri Pilspanen perform under at Eurovision, they will perform in the second half of the first semi-final on 7th of May 2024. The United Kingdom votes in that semi-final, but time will tell whether or not I will want to vote for Finland that evening. Good luck to Windows 95 Man in the Eurovision Song Contest first semi-final and in the grand final if he gets there. Do you agree with my points of view on the songs or my ranking? What do you think of this freak result? Let's face it, it is unthinkable that it's possible to finish last in the jury vote but then win the public vote and win overall. But that's precisely what happened last night. Which song would you ideally have liked to have won last night and why? Well done to all the other artists who took part last night, particularly Sarah Siepela, who won the jury vote and then finished second in the public vote and second overall. In the meantime, just kick it. Goodbye, da boch, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, adios, arrivederci, do widzenia, do pobacenia, hoi vasti.